Growing up is supposed to be a time of hope, dreams, and new possibilities. But what if the world around you is falling apart? At the age of 15, Anne Frank spent more than 2 years hiding from the Nazis during World War II. In her diary, she not only wrote about what the war was like, but she wrote about what it was like living in the middle of it. In this passage, Anne shares why being so young in such difficult times can be so hard, and why she still chose hope through it all. July 15th, 1944. For in its most depth, in innermost depth, youth is lonelier than old age. I remember this saying once from a book, and I've always remembered it and found it to be true. Is it true that grown-ups have a more difficult time here than we do? No, I know it isn't. Older people have formed their opinions about everything, and they don't waver before they act. It is twice as hard for us young ones to hold our ground and maintain our opinions, in a time when all ideals are being shattered and destroyed. When people are showing their worst side and do not know whether to believe in right, believe in truth, and right in God. Anyone who claims that older ones have a more difficult time than here certainly doesn't realize what extent our problems weigh us down. Problems for which we are probably much too young, continually after a long time, think we have found a solution. But the solution doesn't seem to resist the facts which reduce it to nothing again. That's the difficult of these times. Ideals, dreams, and cherished hopes rise within us, only to meet the horrible truth and to be shattered. It's really a wonder that I haven't dropped all my ideals because they seem so absurd and impossible to carry out. Yet, I keep them close to my heart because, in spite of everything, I still believe people are really good at heart, but I simply can't build up my hopes on a foundation of consistent confusion, misery, and death. I see the world gradually being turned into a wilderness. I hear the ever-approaching thunder, which will destroy us too, and I can feel the sufferings of millions. And yet, I look up into the heavens, and I think that all will come right, and that this too cruelty will end, and that peace and tranquility will return again. In the meantime, I must uphold all my ideals, for perhaps the time will come when I shall too be able to carry them out. Anne Frank, July 15th, 1944. The last passage she ever wrote before her tragic death in World War II. Thank you, Mr. Trubitt. Yes, I memorized the first half of my speech, but I had the second half of my speech here because I didn't memorize it. So, sorry.